trust me, anywhere you go, network is the biggest asset that you're going to have. It will help you in mentorship, in getting opportunities, in helping you navigating your way.
So, for any product, if somebody wants to go with it, how can one research about it? I mean, about the market, about the industries. How does that start? Hello and welcome to a brand new podcast of Skilled Sapiens, where you choose, grow, and evolve with us. I am your host, Astha Singh, and today we have here with us Akshay Chaudhary. Akshay is very passionate about marketing, but that's not all. He's not just a marketing enthusiast. He is actively building a strong foundation in the field. He has completed his BBA from NMIMS and is currently pursuing MBA from Symbiosis Institute of Digital and Telecom Management, which perfectly aligns with his career goals. Hi, Akshay. How are you feeling today? Tell us something about yourself.
Hi, Asta. Thank you for having me here. I'm really feeling very good. I'll be able to express myself to answer all your questions that will help for our fellow MBA aspirants or the first year students. And more about like you have covered most of the things. More about me. I started my journey at NMIMS with BBA. There I was exploring what I had to do in life, and
Mhm.
marketing and sales was something that really intrigued me. And all of the efforts after that were to experiment my career with, and I tried different fields in this domain only. So I think that is what I would like to say career wise.
Perfect. So let's start with something that you are really passionate about, which is marketing. So I have run through your profile, and I've seen that you're really curious and interested in digital marketing. So can you just point out what it is and mention certain key elements of digital marketing?
Yeah, so marketing, if in general, we talk about this field covers any activity or any process that generates demand in the market.
Correct.
It starts from research, as in what understanding consumer behavior, the industry demand, then building up the product, giving insights about the features, and then taking it to the market, what we say a go-to-market strategy, and then generating a demand for it, which then finally leads to sales. Now, when you talk about digital marketing, you are doing all this on the digital front. You are understanding users' behavior on digital media, where they are, how the communication should be, and how the sales or the demand should be generated. So this is the basic overview of the field.
Okay. So when we talk about digital marketing, there are specific areas like Google Ads and Facebook Ads. So could you just walk us through that? And we know that you have worked as a performance marketer in your career. Could you also throw some light on that? What exactly is performance marketing?
Sure. So when we talk about digital marketing, there are two kinds of marketing that you can do. The first one is organic. The second one is inorganic. Organic, as the name suggests, you are able to generate traffic or conversions through organic method, that is without spending any money on any platform. On the
Correct.
other side, inorganically, you have to spend the money to get results. So when we talk about Facebook ads, Google ads, or Instagram ads, Facebook and Instagram is same meta ads, then you are talking about an organic marketing, which comes under what you say CPC, as in you are getting a cost on the click or the traffic that you are
Yeah.
able to have on your website,
Cost
right?
per click, right?
Yeah. On the same platform, you can do organic marketing also, which is influencer marketing. If you are a brand on social media and you are promoting your business, that is organic, the way of doing the digital marketing.
Okay.
Now, what people believe is that performance marketing is paid ads, as in Facebook and
Hmm.
Google ad that you mentioned. But the minute, the thin line is that in performance marketing, you are just able to track the result of your money that you are putting in,
Okay.
right? So hence the name performance. You are able to track the performance. For example, when you are doing traditional marketing on, let's say you published an ad over a hoarding or newspaper, you're not able to see the results in like in the quantitative wise, as in how
Yeah,
much revenue it has generated. So this is something that is not, you are not able to track performance. When the digital medium came, it became possible for the marketers to track the progress. Hence, digital marketing mostly contains performance marketing. So performance marketing is any kind of marketing that where you are able to track the performance.
yeah,
So this will include Google ads, Facebook ads, because obviously you are getting metrics because of the technology that they have deployed. On the other side, let's say we are talking about influencer marketing. If you are able to provide him with an affiliate link, and if you are able to track the sales he is able to generate, then it also comes into performance marketing. On the other hand, if you are just you just paid the influencer to talk about you and you're not tracking anything, then it doesn't come under performance marketing.
perfect. So I feel that without performance marketing, digital marketing will be completely, I mean, it is of no use because you cannot track what you're doing, where you are investing. Correct.
Yeah.
So I would like to just question you about, you mentioned about GTM, go-to-market strategies, and you talked about how marketing starts with research. So for any product, if somebody wants to go with it, how can one research about it? I mean, about the market, about the industries. How does that start?
Yeah, so when we are talking about the digital front, obviously first you have to identify the platforms that are available, the
Yeah,
demographics, and the method of communication or the content quality or maybe the content theme on that platform. For example, let's say a very basic example, I want my product is something related to B2B SaaS platform. And so obviously LinkedIn becomes one of the best platforms for me to target. On the other
yeah,
side, and I'm talking about let's say uh, some uh, some clothing brand. Then again, Instagram is something that I would like to see because it has mostly Gen Zs and millennials
yeah.
who are doing that. So first research should be on the platform, like who is your target audience and where they are active. Second one is now try to see whether there is a demand of the product, what is the competition, or whether you have to create demand for that product. So one way to know the demand for a product is to know the search volume of that keyword that that people are searching for you or not. For example, I want to run an ad, let's say on a shoe brand, yeah, or
Hmm.
say let's say any other product. For example, any smartwatch company wants
Yeah,
to launch into India. So, for example, they want to see where the demand is more, whether it is in Maharashtra or is in Uttar Pradesh. So they can
yeah.
go on Google Keyword Planner and see how many people are searching for buy smartwatch keyword in both the states. So hence, I will be able to know how much demand is already there. And once I know the demand, I will go to competition analysis tools. I will go to Facebook Ads Library, Google Ads Library to see what my competitors are doing, how many ads are they running, what is their value proposition. Then when I see what they are doing, what my product is, then I'm able to understand the market gap. I'm able to create the strategy. I'm able to choose the platform and deploy the funds accordingly.
Correct. I think making the right choice is the most crucial part of the right
Yeah,
platform
maybe,
for any
yeah,
commodity.
maybe data matters, as in how much data you have about the competitors, how much
Yeah.
data you have. So hence, this data will be helping you with the strategy deployment.
Okay. That makes sense. So, with your experience, what are some key things that someone who wants to launch their career in digital marketing was just starting off? How can they begin their career?
Yeah, so I think if someone is interested in digital marketing, they should first see what are the domains available in digital marketing. For example, there are a lot of categories under this umbrella. So we have SEO as well, which is search engine optimization. We have
Yeah.
SEO, we have performance marketing, we have influencer marketing, email marketing. So all these kind of domains, first you have to study, as in you have to see which one you are most interested in, which is aligning with your career goals, which is financially and skill set wise as well, and how much you are able to learn quickly. For example, for me, maybe SEO was more learning experience than performance marketing, but for you, maybe performance marketing is better. But uh, one thing I would like to say, a digital marketer is more on the T-shaped skill set, which means that you need to have a basic knowledge about every field. Then you
Yeah.
make your core competency in one of the fields. So you can start by learning about all these fields. You can if there are a lot of free resources available, as in you can go and read blogs from famous influencers. For example, one a name that comes into my mind is Neil Patel. If you want to learn about digital marketing or SEO, go read his blog, sign up for his newsletter. Then we have Marketing Monk as well.
Yeah.
Mad Marketing is which is posting about more on the advertisement side. So if you go on internet, it will be very easier for you to find the free resources. You learn about them, and once you are ready, then what you will do is when you will enroll yourself in a very structured course, a well-known course in the industry, maybe, if you want to expedite things. On the other hand, if you don't want to invest that much, you are able to, you will, there are a lot of free resources available. There are a lot of YouTube channels who are teaching you
Yeah.
for free. These paid courses are providing with job opportunities as well, as in pay after placement kind of models. That's why I mentioned the name. But obviously, all this knowledge is available. Then the second step is to deploy what you have learned. So go for internships, apply on Internshala. Easier way will be to go through your network, your alumni network, maybe your maybe your friend is running a business. Go do SEO for him. I'm suggesting to have on and in hand experience, as in very fast, because once you are able to generate results, it will be motivating for you as well, and it will help you in landing a job after that. Or maybe if you choose to go for freelancing, then you will have a portfolio. So course, uh, which is free course versus paid course, and then quickly go to the deployment part.
Okay.
Start earning from projects or internships.
Right. So, speaking of internships, you yourself have done and explored a lot of internships, and maybe that was the moment where you got to know that SU is my thing. And
Yeah.
after learning and gaining so many experiences, you explored and decided for yourself that SU is the thing for me. So, what were the other learnings and enlightenments for you while you were doing your internships? And can you talk more about it? What were your learnings?
Sure. So I think I would like to start with after my graduation only. So
Yeah.
one of the steps after doing BBA is that to go for MBA. But I was very sure, and I consulted my seniors and my professors as well, and they advised me to go for practical learning first before
Yeah.
going to MBA. And that decision that I took is really paying me off in my MBA as well. But coming back to the point, I wanted to have experience sales and marketing, because in BBA mostly you are learning about the terms, the textbook knowledge, and all. But
Yeah.
when I went ahead to have a practical experience, I started with sales. I joined Byju's, that which was a very good learning experience when it comes to sales. Then I got to understand how EdTech market is functioning, how sales department functions, what are the tools that I use, what are how you deliver a sales pitch, and to handle that
Correct.
pressure. Then again, I came back. I joined one more company, which was an IT Delhi startup. There, I had to go visit different schools and pitch them the what you say the examination program that they are having. There again, I
Uh-huh.
got some experience. Then I realized that okay, it's the right time to go for more. Then I started full time working at a startup, which was incubated in IIT Delhi, and very surprisingly, it was in the very seed stage at that time. I think
Mm.
maybe 5-10 employees, and I was handling sales and marketing. Whatever experience I had in Byju's and the other company, I was able to deploy it very well in that startup. and that
Nice.
gave me a lot of opportunity to explore and experiment. And there I helped them get their first 100 clients. I was handling a team of interns, a lot of experience. But while learning in that field for 4 5 months, I realized that something is getting monotonous. I'm not satisfied with the work I'm doing
Uh,
because somewhere creativity was lacking. And on the other hand, I was interested in marketing, but I never tried that field. I was just working in sales and sales.
yeah.
Then one thing I realized that if I'm passionate about marketing, I want to do marketing for different clients. I want to be introduced to new challenges every day where I'm able to solve multiple problems, consult clients. Hence, my target became to get into a company which is catering to different clients, which is a digital
Mhm.
marketing consulting
Yeah.
company, a marketing agency thing. Then I wanted to equip myself with digital marketing. SEO is something that people are most afraid of because people generally believe that it is more about the coding. You need to know website development and all, but there's no use of or very less knowledge you need to have about web development. Very basics you need to know. You just have to consult the web developer about the basics, and he will deploy it for you. You don't have to do anything. So after that, I start to end my fears. I started doing SEO, on page, off page tech SEO. I enrolled for a very basic course at Coursera by UC Davis University. And best thing about Coursera is that they make it. You put an application and they give you huge discounts on their courses with certifications as well, to mostly to Asia Pacific countries. So I enrolled in that. I learned about SEO. I picked up some projects. I went to my old company as only that I want to do something for you. I learned there. Then I came across this very good course where they were directly letting you connect or mentored by the industry experts. And I was really fascinated by it. So I took the course, and during that course only I met with the founder, with whom I did my next 11 months of digital marketing
Oh,
job
nice.
role. And there I got to learn and to strategize what do you say, plans for these companies. I was able to directly consult them, deploy the strategy. Then you have what you say, reporting as well. Then
Hmm.
iterations are there in the process. But the best thing was I was dealing in multiple domains. Like there were startups, there were women-led women welfare social startups. There were cosmetic brands, and there were ed tech as well. There was one client from psychological consulting as well. So that domain, at that time, I realized, okay, digital marketing is something that I am doing. I'm very satisfied with it. But how about if I want to go one step ahead? I've been consulting to these clients. What is this field of consulting? And then I started to research about it, that I want to go into consulting. And then I realized, okay, MBA is something that can help me learn more
Yeah.
to get industry. Hence, I went to do MBA at SIT.
That was really fascinating to hear. And I also agree. And it's very important to understand that digital marketing and marketing in itself is very multidimensional. And you have
Yes.
to have a knowledge of a lot of things. And it's also very interesting to learn from you that you started with sales. Is it possible for any individual to skip sales and just jump to marketing? Is it possible? Because a lot of people fear sales, and they are like, it's kind of a nightmare for them that I won't do this part. I am really fascinated by marketing, but I really don't want to do sales. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, so I think there must be a lot of professionals who are doing good in their marketing career without going into sales. It's just when you are into sales, you are able to see the your target audience upfront, as in what they
Yeah,
are talking about,
exactly.
what how do they feel, how do they react to a certain message. So this is something that you get to learn. But again, answering your question, it is not necessary. If you are a good listener, you can directly go talk to the sales team and understand the points. It is you're just not having first hand experience, but obviously you can learn from others. Then again, if you go in the career, you will be coordinating with the product team as well, and then finance team as well. Now I don't need to have experience in all these fields. I just need to have the basic knowledge, and I should be able to understand their viewpoints. I will be able to ask the right questions from the sales team, that what are
Right,
their experience. Maybe I
right.
can talk to customer care as well. What are the people complaining about? What are the best things that they're finding, and I can then use this information to improve my marketing strategies.
Correct. So I think to understand customers better, sales will just give you an upper hand in that. And to manage the relationship with customers, it's important. It's not, definitely, it's not necessary, but it's good to have an experience with people and interacting with them, right?
It's good to have. And one more thing, you must have heard that at the end, every job becomes a sales job. You are the
Huh.
marketing manager. You have to sell your ideas to the other departments. If you are into the client facing role, you have to sell your services to them. If you are an entrepreneur,
Correct,
you have to sell
correct.
your. And so my advice is to go for sales, because first it will clear out any blockages or fears you might have, and it will help you in future endeavors that you are planning to corporate.
I also heard it somewhere that sales teaches you to accept no as an answer because it also helps you, take that guard down of yourself and you become more opportunistic. You say yes to a lot of opportunities without shying away from them. So yeah, that's a great advice, and I think people will take a lot, a lot from that. So we spoke about LinkedIn and its importance with respect to brands, but it's also important with respect to individuals, not just people who are working in marketing, because marketing is, of course, branding yourself as an individual, right? So would you give any advices to the people that how can they stay up to date and how can they revamp their LinkedIn profiles?
Yeah, so as you mentioned very correctly, LinkedIn is a very good platform to brand yourself professionally.
Yeah,
Right. So there are two advantages that you're going to have. First one is you will be appearing in searches if HR is looking for a profile that is suitable to you. On the second hand, you will be networking a lot. And this network, trust me, anywhere you go, network is the biggest asset that you're going to have. It will help you in mentorship, in getting opportunities, in helping you navigating your way. So being active on LinkedIn is very important. And as far as branding is concerned, it is you have to decide how you want to be seen. For example, as they say that resume is something that is future looking rather than backward looking. Your LinkedIn profile should be something that should be future looking. For
yeah,
example, it should mention that what I'm looking for, what I'm preparing for, and what I'm doing right now. There are basics that you have to follow, as in your bio, your cover, everything, the content that you're sharing, the content you are posting, the keywords that you're putting into every job that you had. These are the steps. But mostly, you have to, if you want to be a knowledge sharing person on that, you have to decide a niche for yourself. For example, if I talk about myself, I was mostly sharing random things about marketing, and that wasn't working. But then I started to identify that there has to be a niche. Whether I want to share about marketing tools, I want myself to be an expert in marketing tools. Hence, the people will follow. Or maybe I'm sharing industry trends with in the feed. But mostly there are some random effects as well. For example, I was sharing about this knowledgeable stuff, and I was getting very average reaction. But one day I just shared one newspaper clipping, and I got around 25,000 likes on it. So one, no research, nothing, just one sharing. It crossed every limit, as in what I had done earlier. And it was some ad on Times of India regarding Kota factory. So social media works in a very weird way. You just have to be very
true.
you have to be very open, that you can just click and share something that is relevant to the audience, and you can be a little bit free flowing as well.
Correct. That's completely true when you talked about how LinkedIn and all these algorithms work. It's a
Yeah.
black box.
When you are working on social media, you have to understand the attention span of people having currently. If you are putting long posts and you are not a person who already has some authority or a brand image, then there
Yeah,
is very few people will see. So maybe you want to be more current, something current affairs related or something which is visually appealing. So this is something that I would suggest.
okay. So let's not forget about your MBA and let's discuss about it. You mentioned that you are the marketing head of marketing committee in your college. So tell us more about it and how important is it to be a part of a club or a committee in a college and how it helps you expand your horizons as a student.
I think that is a very good question because once you get into college, you will be bombarded with seniors coming to you talking about committees. They want members, and you are also excited to network through committees and clubs. And so this is the first advantage, as in you will be able to networking with your seniors and your batchmates very closely because in MBA you get very little time to socialize, and if you are doing something like committee and clubs, you will be able to get to know your seniors better. On the other hand, I think go for the good for a good research. Just don't go with the name. Maybe a committee is having a name, might leave an impression in your mind that it is doing something related to it, but the case might be a little bit different. For example, maybe you are thinking that it will be working in a domain, but on the other hand, it is just working on conducting events and more on that side. So first, be clear what do they do, what will be your daily task, and what will be your daily hourly commitment. Maybe it might eat your time and you might not be able to upskill yourself with that well or maybe socialize yourself because MBA can be very stressful. So you need to have some time for you to relax as well. So this is one thing. On the other hand, the best thing is that you will be able to push yourself when you are working in committees. So after studies, you're working in committee, then again going to studies. So this makes you more active, more disciplined. On the other hand, when we talk about upskilling, technically, maybe you are not getting upskilled that much, as in maybe you are not learning about a skill set or a hardcore domain
Yeah,
that very well. But soft skill, I think there's nothing better than committees because first you are communicating with each other. You are learning to express yourself, and
yeah,
then you are learning to work in a team. Then you are able to then you are also able to manage things. You are able to take feedback from others. You are able to give feedback to others, and face problems and do things. And one of the thing is I would like to mention is the politics part where that comes into play.
huh,
So when we talk about politics, I think most of the people have a very negative notion about it. But trust me, where there are people, there will be politics. And if you are thinking that you will just go study and go into corporate and just do the best job, you will be able to make through it.
it
It's a
does not
very
work that.
it doesn't work like that. You are dealing with people, and people as in humans are very complex. They have a
Humans.
very complex mindset, and you are dealing with them as in there might be a case where a person is not having a very good mindset that time and you have to deal with them. Maybe
Yeah.
you are not feeling good now, you have to report to someone. So these kind of experiences you are going to get into corporate. If you are working in a committee or club, you will have some experience in that as well, that how things function in a group,
So yeah, in
professional group.
MBA, you're juggling with a lot of activities and a lot of things are there on your plate. So it's important to choose wisely where you want to devote your time to. And secondly, it definitely helps you in your interpersonal skills because you can't avoid people anywhere. And that is why you cannot avoid politics. Even if you're the most simplest and the person who does not indulge, you'll be a part of it anyway.
I think the simplest people are going to learn a lot
Yeah,
how
exactly.
things are going to work. And I would recommend people to go for committees and clubs. Just do the research as in how much time you want to put into it.
Yeah, that's correct. So you're almost halfway through your MBA and placement seasons are almost around the corner. So how are you trying to, update yourself? Any kind of resources you'd like to share with the audience? And how are you going to combat the placements, the GDs, the interviews, and all the pressure that comes along?
Yeah, so that is a very good question because one thing you are learning in MBA, on the other hand, you have to understand the industry and the latest trends as well.
Yeah.
So in MBA, obviously curriculum in Indian education shifts very in a very large cycle, and it takes a lot of time. On the other
Yeah.
hand, industries will be very fast, very in a very
Absolutely.
patient manner. Now if you want to talk about how I'm preparing for my final
Placements.
placement,
Yeah.
then that's the first step is to finalize the roles that you want that you are able to align with your skill set and your past experience. Then I think if you are in MBA, you are able to experiment. You can also you can have two type of roles in your hand. The first one is your safe side, which is the profession you were already in, the profession you are most skilled in. So this is the job that you would like to target first. Then there can be a aspirational role as well, where you have to learn a lot, but the a risk is there, but also the returns are high, right? So, for example, for me, digital marketing is something that I am experienced in, and I know how to learn more about it. On the other hand, I know little bit about product management, and lesser than that, I know about marketing consulting or strategy consulting. So higher I move up the aspirational ladder, higher I have to put the effort. So this is how I have bifurcated the roles that I am targeting. On the learning side, I think the first thing to do is to know who are the people giving content in these domains. For example, in SEO, you if you are not following to Neil Patel, then you are missing out on lot. For example, you can go subscribe to his newsletter on his Instagram channel, subscribing or following on LinkedIn. Then there are newsletters as well. For example, there are Product Monk. Then you have Marketing Mind as well. So these kind of newsletter you can go search. You will be getting things on email. On the other side, the best thing is to go with the networking part. For search for the person who is in your dream role. Try to connect him over your personal network or through LinkedIn. Ask him for the mentorship. People might be afraid to do it, but trust me, people who you are targeting are sitting ready to guide you. So just go for it. Have the guidance. Ask them the right question. That what is there any certification I need to do? What is the background that they might need in your company, and what should be the skill sets that I should learn, and just have a timetable to achieve all that, and you can go with that. So this is how I'm preparing, connecting with people, learning what to learn, and then implementing these modules in my daily schedule.
Yeah, I think the first thing that students have to get rid of is hesitation and
Yeah.
to take the first step, right? That is what my key takeaway from your guidance will be. So that is how we come to the end of the podcast. Would you like to give any parting pearls of wisdom to the audience?
Okay, so as far as wisdom is concerned, I think I think we all are very passionate. We are very aspirational, but one downfall of all this is that people are not caring about their mental and physical health. And trust me, if you are ignoring all that in your MBA, maybe you are skipping your meals, or maybe you are not exercising, you are not just chilling out with your friends. It is going to have a very bad toll on your health, and it is ultimately going to impact on your career only. Right. So
Yeah.
first one is the second one is, as you have already mentioned, get um, control of your fears that you might have developed over the past experiences. I think uh, the best thing is to be self-aware, as in why you are not able to take a certain action. Just be confident. Go approach that person, learn about it. Opportunities are always going to be there. It's just that how much prepared you are to avail that, and keep consistency. As in, maybe you participated in one case competition, you were able to make it, and then you just relax as in okay, this is I think this will get.
Yeah.
But the main thing is consistency in what you are planning. Just keep rising on the knowledge level that you are planning to achieve.
So that is all for today's podcast. Stay healthy, keep exploring, and stay ignited. Thank you, Akshay. Thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure. It was a pleasure to talk to you, and thank you for sparing time and sharing all your insights and all your experiences with us.
Thank you, Asa. Thank you for having me here. It was a wonderful experience. So I think I expressed a lot of things about what I learned, and I think it is definitely going to help people who are going to listen to this.
I'm sure about that. Thank you.